I am fired up to have our next guest join the program, Mr. Adam Rank, NFL Network and the Sick Podcast. Adam, what's up, dude? How are you?
Oh, my God. You know it's going to be a good day when the screener and I are going at it already. Like, immediately. We were throwing haymakers. No, it's funny. No, it's, because, hanging out with you guys at the Super Bowl and everything. I know it's a lot of fun. It's good-natured. It's good banter. And really looking forward to this time together and this game tonight.
Yeah, man, this should be a fun one. And it's kind of interesting because I think you'll stir the pot a little bit.
How dare you?
But you've kind of become like for Commanders fans, like we know you personally. You're a good dude. You're fun to hang out with. But for Commanders fans, when I tweeted out Adam's going to join us today, some of my replies were like, that guy? Why?
Yeah, JP probably got cursed out.
How much have you enjoyed kind of becoming this heel to Washington fans?
When I was growing up, everybody asked, they're like, my favorite, like, I didn't like Hulk Hogan, but I like the Macho Man. And so I feel like I always tend to skew a little bit towards the heel. So I just take it as such, like Shawn Michaels in Canada in the 90s, like, whatever, like, it's cool. Like, I understand everybody, they're passionate fans. There are, I love that Washington fans are engaged. And they're back, and they're fully in, and, like, the team's going to move back to the RFK Stadium era, because, like, it's funny because people who do accuse me, like, you don't like Washington, it's like, if you knew my age, and you knew the history of the NFL, when I was a child of the 80s, like, they don't believe me when I say this, like, our rivals were San Francisco and Washington, and to some extent the Giants, too. Like, Green Bay was nothing, Detroit was a joke, Tampa Bay was in our division. Nobody cared. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Minnesota. Forgettable franchise right there. Like, it was like 87, 88, 12-4. I think we were the number one seed and lost. A lot of this comes from my dad retelling these stories. But, like, so that was like my, like, if you think, like, I get it, but it's like, but it is fun because as much as everybody talks, and this is for the Commander fans, when they talk about, like, how great Packer fans are, don't believe them because nobody went to Packer games back in the day. But the Washington team, sorry, I got to say it that way. I don't know. They were the team that were like, hey, the season ticket waiting list is to 2097 and all that stuff.
Right.
And, it took a downturn for a little bit. You went through some times with Dan Snyder, but now it's coming back. Your quarterback's good. Your team's good. And it's fun. You guys are passionate and back at it again.
It is. It definitely feels so different now, and a big part of it, honestly, last year was that Hail Mary. Like it just gave this allure to the whole season, right? The players, everybody's tried to deny that the Hail Mary makes any impact on tonight's game. For fans, though, it sure seems to.
Fans and media.
What, if any, impact do you think the Hail Mary has for the Bears tonight?
Well, I think the biggest one is for Tyreek Stevenson, the guy who had to go out there and wear it and had to own that. And I don't believe that Matt Eberflus handled that in the best possible way at the end of last year or during the middle of last year. And it actually turned out to be a great butterfly. I mean, honestly, of something that worked well in the favor of both franchises. Now, I know that Washington went out and lost 3 out of their next 4 after that Hail Mary game, but still, it propelled them. You guys end up going to the NFC Championship game. And for the Bears, the Bears were very close to winning that game, and the Bears would have improved to 5-2. Who knows how, like, we were 2 wins away from being like, maybe we should give Eberflus another year. Like, actually, as much as it stung, it was absolutely what was needed for this franchise to take a little bit of a wake-up call and bring in Ben Johnson. And so but for me personally, the only person I care about in this whole instance is Tyreek Stevenson. He has been playing so well this year with all the injuries that have happened in the secondary. Tyreek Stevenson has stepped up. So if there's anybody that I want to go out there and have a good game, probably even more so than Caleb, it's Tyreek Stevenson. He's a little bit of a redemption arc. So I think that plays in his mind a little bit, and for those of the Bears players who are and coaches who were here last season.
As you look at this game coming up tonight, what you have any concerns about anything that Washington does well or not?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is a great running back, and he was a guy that if you've been following me, I know you guys don't, but for those that do follow me for the fantasy football advice, JCM, Big Bill, we loved him coming into the season, and I always like these rookie running backs. Like last year, I always look for the rookies. Last year it was Bucky Irving and Ladd McConkey, Kamani Vidal. Okay, I wasn't 100% last year, but coming into this season, really loved Ja'Cory. Thought he was a great back. We saw it last week, getting an opportunity to go out there and run. So this week, obviously the Bears have given up a lot of production. The last time this Bears defense was on the field, they gave up 3 rushing touchdowns to Ashton Genty. And I'm looking at this. I'm looking at it as well as the Washington, as well as they ran the ball last week or the last game. You're like, oh boy, that could be a little bit of an issue. The good news for the Bears, of course, is that T.J. Edwards is expected to play. Tyler Gordon, the slot corner, who is actually a big part of Dennis Allen's run defense. Hopefully that's going to be pretty good. So hopefully we can stop the running game, because obviously you got a great quarterback, but stopping that running game is going to be the number one priority.
We are talking with Adam Rank from NFL Network. You can give him a follow at Adam Rank. Great fantasy work. I follow you. I do. Also check out the Sick podcast that he hosts. But Adam, so much of the Bears hire of Ben Johnson has this like odd personal feel in Washington, because he decided he didn't want the Washington job. Caleb's coming home. Like, there's all these crazy ties in this game, and then you add the Hail Mary on top of it. How successful so far has the Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams pairing been? Like, how excited are Bears fans about that?
How are you guys? Like, the Raiders fans took it personal too. It's like, listen, he's a Chicago guy who wanted the Chicago job, and he felt, I think he saw Matt Eberflus's act long enough to know, like, this guy's not going to last. And so he wanted to give it one more run. So I understand. Carolina? Yeah, but he's a Cubs. You're correct, but he's a Cubs fan. I guess that's where I'm getting it conflated. Is that like he does have a little bit of a connection, and he loves the idea of coaching in Chicago. Not that it's not great. Yeah. It's not that it's not great to be in. You have to understand too. Now that we've been able to see a little bit more time with the Washington ownership, it's a good ownership group. But there were still a couple of questions nobody knew. But now everybody knows, and that's the one good thing too about having Magic being part of it as well, is that, and watching it out here with the Dodgers. I'm in Los Angeles. Watching it out here with Los Angeles is that the good thing about, like, when you watch a franchise like the Dodgers, and I know they spend a lot of money on guys like Shohei Ohtani and players like that, but the organization is great, and I think that's what Washington has to look forward to, is that you have an organization that is doing a lot of the right things and putting you in a position to be successful over a number of years. And maybe last year Ben Johnson was a little skeptical. Not that the Bears are some great ownership group, but he made his decision, wanted to go, was eyeing the Chicago Bears job, and thought that was going to be something that he wanted to do. And so if that lends to the rivalry, I'm all for it. For Bears, the one thing that we've really loved is that there's an accountability. And I think that was the biggest issue with you guys for a long time, is like, we need somebody to go out there and hold players accountable. For you, it was Dan Quinn. For us, it's been Ben Johnson going out there and just, we saw it recently, or we just saw it this week, with Braxton Jones. Had not been playing well at the left tackle position. He's unafraid to go out there and put in Theo Benedict, an undrafted free agent who played in Canada, to go out there. He's not afraid to make those decisions. So that's one of the things that's been the most refreshing, is that somebody is sitting there and trying to get an identity for the team. Like, the Bears have lacked an identity probably going back to the Mike Ditka era. Even though Lovie Smith was very successful, there was still a lack of identity with this team and a lack of toughness that we're starting to see with everything.
Well, it's like, it could be this, Ben not coming here has been good for Washington. Right. And he finally getting to Chicago should be good for them. I don't have any strife when it comes down to what's going on in Chicago, because I don't care about them. Because the people I care about is Dallas, Philly, and New York.
Right. Yeah. It's interesting because they just played so much over the last 5 seasons. Adam, I did want to let you said you were jawing with him a little earlier. Our producer, Jeff, did have a question for you. Jeffrey?
Oh, no.
Now, Adam, if we beat y'all tonight,
yes, sir,
would you accept some Commanders gear to go on your desk for the rest of the year? You can send it back once football season is over, but for the rest of the year, You gotta rock that. And if y'all win, we'll put a little bobblehead or something in here.
Commander's kit, like a jersey.
I don't know if we'll put you. Well, we could put you in the jersey that says 1067.
I will never do that.
Now, we could put a scarf or something. You can hang up.
Listen, I know that everybody watches the NFL Network. There are people out there that will wear T-shirts of other teams and jerseys of other teams. If you've ever paid attention, like I wear a Bears jersey. The only other non-Bears jersey I've worn is an Arsenal kit because of the games at Tottenham. So I will allow a Commander's Chotsky to go somewhere,
like
in the background of my home shot. Like that's fine.
All right.
Actually, it's got to be a Jaden Daniels ASU bobblehead. That would seem acceptable.
I don't know that we're gonna be able to track one of those down.
I'll find it.
I don't know if they really had them there.
Yeah,
you can get an LSU bobblehead. I guarantee you.
I know, right? Yeah, LSU.
I would guess the Commanders' PR staff, if they win tonight, will help us find something to send to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's something like that. That's the cool, like that's the fun thing too. Is like some of the social media teams, and I think this all stems from the LA Kings were the ones that really started like the snarkiness, of social media teams, and some of those teams get me good. Like obviously, you guys have done a great job. The Chargers one for sure. Like they really enjoy it. I think they were going to be mean to me this week because I was the only one who picked the Dolphins, and but I think they know because like they're like, why did you pick the Dolphins? I'm like, you know what? If I would have gone in and made it all unanimous for the Chargers, you guys would have lost. And I think they understood that and they respect it. So, but it's always a lot of fun. It's always a fun banter, and always enjoy it. I mean, although I will say this. Listen, you can think that I'm a jerk. You can hate me. I get it. But if I post like something that's AYSO, just leave that post. You don't have to respond to that one. You can leave that one alone. Come find me on the other 90 social media platforms I'm on and come call me a jerk. It's fine. I'm good with it.
We found a bobblehead.
I got one guy. My buddy Doug replied to my tweet. He said, Rank would pick the Commanders to lose during their bye week. Do you remember the last time you picked them to win?
I picked them to beat the Chargers.
Okay, all right.
No, wait, no, I didn't. I picked the Chargers. That's my bad. No, I know I picked them. You guys have had. You had to have played Have you played the Giants yet?
Week 1, they played the Giants. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I picked you guys that week.
All right.
Everybody was laying low. Yeah, I wouldn't have picked Russell. Like I'm not doing that.
So what is the pick tonight then? What's your prediction?
I'm obviously picking the Bears. I'm never going against that. And it's funny. People are like, "You always pick the Bears." I'm like, "Yeah, right." You know, it's like it's true. Like when you go to see the Black Crows, they're gonna play Remedy. Like you know it. Like, you know that we're playing the hits.
Right.
And people are like I'm not like. It's not that serious. Like, of course, I'm gonna support my team. I'm gonna support this. This is why it pays off too. I'll tell you a little story. So earlier at the Super Bowl, when I saw you guys, when we were at the Super Bowl, David Montgomery was walking by, and he was going to something. He was promoting something. He was wearing a green jacket. I forget I think it was Bounty or whatever he was promoting. And I go, "Hey, David, I need you a question." And he goes, "No." And he wasn't looking up. And I go, "David, look up." And he looks up and goes, "Oh, Rank, sorry. Yeah, okay, yeah." And and you know what this means is that he stopped his entourage. We didn't do a walk and talk. Like a lot of these guys, he didn't walk with me. He stopped his entourage and did whatever. And you get a little bit of respect. And when you respect your team and you respect your boys, even though he plays for the Lions now, he knows that I've always got his back. So I've always got the Bears back. I'm going to support them. I'm always going to believe. I come from the Ted Lasso philosophy. I always believe, and I believe that we can win tonight.
It's going to be fun, man. Yo, thank you for doing this. We appreciate the time,
you, bro.
And I love the bit of it all. Hopefully, people can allow themselves to have some fun here and there.
Have some fun. I will never go to FedEx Field, but when RFK gets rebuilt, I got to go.
All right, we'll see you there.
Honestly, like truthfully told, like my core memories of football is hating RFK Stadium, like in a way of like as a child, because my dad was so into it. I just feel like, why does this team always beat us, Dad? Why can't we beat them in the playoffs? He's like, I know. It's terrible. Anyways, love it. Love the rivalry. Love you guys. Thank you so much for having me on. I really do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate the time, man. That is
Thanks, Jeff. God.